Hey everybody, DayTraderRockStar here. A fast video to catch you up on a couple of cool things that are happening here at DayTradingRadio. Today's Tuesday. We're going into Wednesday. Breaking news. The markets have been on a tear recently. Today we call the markets great. We're probably going to do a little review after I make a big announcement. I'll probably go into the reviews. The Rockbot was excellent today. I'm going to talk about that. Make sure you have that. There's two scripts that I really want you to run in the Thunderbird 23 buy signal. That script running on the 5-minute time frame, and then you have the super signal quad, the super signal quad script, and that should be running on the 1000 volume chart. Both of those are excellent. So, but the markets have been acting really good, and in a market like this, we're really able to identify our setups, the setups that we recognize and we know that they're so good, we give them a name of high probability. The high probability setups, the bear flags, the rotation up to the 80 line here, and then the drop off, and this is embedded underneath the 20 line, or at least it's been embedded. And you can see when it's been embedded, and this is moving up, but this is not really moving up, and you get up right underneath that trend line. It looks like a flag. It smells like a flag. Sounds like a flag. It's probably a flag. This was a bigger signal. This is on the 1-minute time frame, but on our 5-minute time frame, I believe the Rockbot came in here. Let me move that over here. This is a Rockbot. So what time was that? That was about 12:30. So 12. Look at that. The Rockbot nailed the bottom here, right at 12:30. It went off multiple times. It had a fantastic day today. And again, this script available for yearly members and lifetime members, and special 3-month members and monthly members that are monthly plus members. You can get these scripts and have them run on your own machine, as long as you have the Ninja Trader platform. But look at this. This is how well this has been working. And just going to get it continue. And even today, it was right here, and I said, market just gave us the divergence. Are we going to hold on here and hope that we're going to drop down, or are we going to go with the divergence? Look where the divergence went. Divergence went right up, right up. Eventually did smack down, and then it kind of chopped around at the end of the day. And that's where we are right now. Overnight, markets open back up. This is the 5-minute time frame, and we're going sideways. So really a good day, but it seemed kind of boring. A lot of people on edge if the market's going to go any higher. My personal opinion, yes, and we went over that multiple times today with the chart here. Let's take a look at the S&P chart really right now. Now the one thing we will say, yes, it went from oversold to overbought up here. All right, and it's been very active, and it's inside this channel and stuff, but we start to see what we have here is this big, this move up here, the flag, the push up. Now we got a little longer flag, and at one point this flag will break out and this will stay embedded. That will happen. Now, I don't know what kind of news is out there, but if we take a look at what other clues that we could look at this chart and say, what else could tell us? What else is, if you were going to go up against this overextension, and buy into this thinking it's going to go higher, why would you do that? What is the signal? So if you look around, there's a couple things that you want to see. First of all, we're holding above that trend line. There's a little trend line maybe above us that could come into play, and that still was over 10 points higher. So definitely looking for maybe a little bit higher. The big thing I always like to do is go to the next time frame, and after the daily, we tend to look for the weekly. Now, this is my line right here. Look what this is. Just starting to come off. At a good angle, too. A very good angle. And we look back at the recent weekly turn-ups, and remember, each candle represents 1 week in trading. So that's, you know, multiple months in some cases. A month here, a month there, 2-3 months here, 4 months there, maybe even 5 months of straight up, you know, and we get overbought. This is just starting. So we're just up at that level, and we have all this momentum behind us that I think we're going to pull away from the tractor beam here, this channel line, and kind of break out this flag. So that's what I'm looking at to give me that little bit edge to the upside. All right. I mean, and you know, most of the bad news has to be behind us, I would say. But the future is always unsure, so we'll always be nimble. But you know, longer term, that's why I started getting into stocks recently. I like the markets much better here. We waited. I was waiting about a month or so, really not taking part of any stock trading or like buying and holding. So just recently we got into some new ones. I'll go over those in a second. But I want to show you something really cool here. This is something I've always wanted to do at Day Trading Radio. We used to have it. I used to have a Day Trading Radio store when Kate was here. Kate, remember Kate? We had a little online. We used to give out T-shirts and bring them to the trade shows and stuff. It was so much fun, and you know, I think a lot of people I mailed shirts to and stuff. That was that was years ago. That was probably 2010. And we'd always have some new shirts out and stuff. Well, there was lots of times members would design those, and then I would get them made, and then we'd give them out at parties and stuff. So I always, I always want people to kind of like, if you have a cool design for the radio that you would like to have printed up, and maybe we could use and stuff. You know, I always appreciate that. But I've been working on this the last couple of days, so I want to launch it. It's a work in progress. But I also combined it with our Patreon. I have a Patreon that I just started recently to help just with the over upkeep of the station and stuff. There's a lot of time and effort, and sometimes the markets are good, sometimes they're bad, and when they're bad, people don't really take an active part in trading. So things, you know, I end up kind of keeping the show going. But we do need membership support, so I did open up a Patreon for people who are members who want to continue to help out. There's really some cool things in there, and it's, you know, one of them is kind of just the new features that we're adding. If you want to, you know, look at the Patreon. It's like $10-$20. But the real cool thing about this, and I want to show you this right now. All right, I had to turn off my computer, restart it again, so this is kind of jumped up here. But here was the Patreon site, and again, if you go to the Patreon site, it's Day Trading Radio Patreon. I'll put the link in there. There's two things: a supporter and a futures trade alerts network supporter, which basically is for people out there. I've been, you know, everyone who is a member of Day Trading Radio gets on that, but it was for people who are not on not a member of Day Trading Radio, if they would like to be on that network, to use this to join up. But even though it was members out there, you know, like I said, every bit helps. So in this, you know, there's only two things here. There might be another one down the road for more education and stuff, but I do that kind of on the side. But if you join this one, it's a loyalty give back. So after 3 months, you get something from Day Trading Radio, and then after 6 months, and 9 months, and 12 months. So each I developed these these beautiful gifts for you, and I'm going to show them to you right now. All right, this is good stuff. Hold on. And there's a lot more. I mean, this right here. Oh, actually, that's if you do that. But show more. This one I wanted to look at here. Again, access to the Futures Trader Alert Network, audio alerts, and again, they're going to be for the Super Signal prop alerts. Now, I didn't use too many this week. Just starting off, I will get back into it, using it tomorrow. I'm in the process of actually transferring my interviews with famous traders. Really, I have some old, really great stuff. It's all on cassette though. So I'm trying to get it over to the digital, and this is where I'm going to put that stuff. And then our podcast. I do have a podcast. I still have to connect it to this. I did a podcast years ago. I started it back up, but I don't post any of the episodes, which is funny. But this is where that's where that's going to go. And there's some other cool things for members, helping members. If you're a Day Trading Radio member and you support this, you know, you continue to support. I'm opening up a section of the site called Members Helping Members. So it's business referral between members. You know, put your address, your business, where you're located. People travel all over the world. Day Trading Radio members might look up like, oh, I'm going to California. We'll have a pull down for California. You'll see that maybe someone out there has a restaurant and stuff. Oh, you know, that member has a restaurant there. I'm going to go support him and stuff. Anyway, I always like that, having that on the site. But there's so many other different things you get. So, again, if you could help out with the Patreon. But this is really great for those, again, who stick with this and stay there. I'm going to show you what you get after 3 months. Drum roll, please. All right, here you go. So the first thing you'll get is these Day Trading Radio Ram in the Bush T-shirts. His and her. Well, it's not going to be his and her, but you could wear them, and they look great. They make a statement. I love it. I think this is great. I have a whole series behind this, and I want to open that up soon to you guys. Everything. You're going to love the products I got, but you're getting this for free. Anyway, if you support me, I support you, and I appreciate that. So here we go. Number 2. I had four things here. Let me see. I do believe we do have a mug here. Yes, a Ram in the Bush coffee mug. Beautiful. Beautiful. Ram in the Bush coffee mug. All right, so you get that after 6 months. And then after 9 months, hold on now. Hold on. You're not going to miss this one. If the queen has balls, she would be king. All right, so this is a deep throat mug. Now, believe it or not, this thing goes around with all the sayings of deep throat on here. This is a fantastic product. I can't tell you how happy I am I came up with this idea. I'm just it goes right around with the picture, with his quotes. With his quotes, it goes right around the other side. I'll give you a 3D picture in a second here. Just a second, all right? Hold on. Here it is. So one side, deep throat, the man, the legend. All right? The left side of it, the queen has balls, she would be king. And on the right side, John, I wouldn't buy that with your money. Anyway, it's just a great piece of history for Day Trading Radio. Gone but not forgotten. And more to come. Definitely more to come. Put it under the Christmas tree. Maybe we should have this side pointed. No, let's have this side. Well, either one. It's under the Christmas tree. Serious people. I tell you, I outdid myself. So again, after the 4th month, again something. This is, I like it, but it could be better. I will. Let me see here. Hope it's the other way, I believe. Finally, you graduated in the Black Lives Matter T-shirt here. Day Trading Radio on trend lines. Beautiful little, just a little nice little T-shirt. Kind of, I'm gonna have some other T-shirts also going out, but I thought that was kind of cute there. So, but I tell you, really like the other thing. You should see some of the other stuff I have though. So these are going out to the people. This is going to be just, a very rare thing to have the deep throat mug, the Dawit Ram in the Bush mug. I mean, that stuff is it's classic stuff right here. I have stickers if you want some stickers. Rock out with your stock out. Now, this looks good on any bumper. Any bumper. All right. I'll put a link into the store where you could get some of these things. Now, this is my masterpiece. This is a Christmas ornament I call Happy Kwanzaa. All right? I have never seen anything sculpted so great, hanging from the tree by the chimney with care, in hopes that Uncle Dawit will soon be there. All right. Well, that's available for right now, going into the holiday season. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that. This is serious. This helps the station a lot, and I think this is great little things. If you have any artwork you want to get on Day Trading Radio's members' backs or anything, just send them in to me, and I'll get them out. I do have to say one more thing. I really do love this Ram in the Bush T-shirt. I just think it could go viral, Right person wears it, maybe gets on Oprah or anything. I mean, if you could get it out there, if you're running from the police, please put this T-shirt on. All right, when the helicopters were over to the office just before. I was like, what the hell is going on? I think they were chasing someone, and the cops come racing down. I said, oh man, I should be broadcasting this. It works good underneath your, you could use that as just a great T-shirt like that. It's going to bring attention to you, maybe. It definitely will. Or you could put it under your jean jacket. Yeah, that's cool too. You know what? Go out with your girlfriend. Nothing better to match up like that. So enjoy that. All right, enjoy that. Masterpiece. This is going to be the bestseller right here. I know it. I absolutely know this is the bestseller. And that's on the Patreon, Day Trading Radio, Futures Network alert. All right, let's get back to the stocks now. Appreciate that, everyone. I can barge in on my video like that. This was the 5-minute. This is what we call the Thunderbird 23 buy. I'm running on the 5-minute time frame, and you can see, even right at the end of the day there, even tonight, actually, it's running. It just had a nice little buy signal right there. 3 o'clock, 12:30 was the low. Again, I talked about that. Even going back here to the beginning of the day here, right before 7 o'clock, the real low, the low, got it all, So, again, it's really about the parameters and how you want to follow this up. But this is going to give you the areas to concentrate on. This is where you're going to get the biggest moves. Now, the other thing I want to show you is I want to show you this on the volume chart. I don't know it's going to give us what kind of results it's going to give us, but I wanted to show you what I've been paying attention to a lot on the volume chart, the 1000 volume chart. I've been paying attention about the 9-3. So look at this. Yeah, it actually did give us these signals. I think I was taking these. Yeah, I took each one of these. Just a little dip, oversold 9-3. Every time we pulled back, with that volume down there so you can see a little bit better. You don't have to really worry about the volume because it has to be 1,000 bars unless you want to watch that last bar and see when it's going to end. But basically, you're looking at this rotation. Every time it got overextended, it came back down. Every time it got oversold, it moved back up. That's the volume chart right there. But look at the entries here. Right here off the lows. That carried it all the way up here. Wow. That was amazing. On the way down, it did get a bounce here. But here we did get a little run over. And again, you had to realize when the trading's good, you let the things run. And when the trading is embedded, you're not going to be looking for upside moves. This is your key right here. This is really embedded. So it's down like underneath 20, underneath 10, like it's 7. I mean, this was really bad. All right, just an update on the Super Signal Quad 23, which is our Super Signal. We've been running on the 1000 volume chart, and this is the markets right now. But let's just kind of zoom out here. And again, different chart. We're not really going by the time frame. It's not a 5-minute or 1 minute, 3 minute. It's a 1000 volume, meaning that we have to have 1,000 contracts trade before a candle is completed. So it's based off of that criteria. How many contracts, the volume. And you know what? It's been working really good. So Again, you'll see with the super signal, you won't get that many setups, but the setups that come, I recommend, this is how I would recommend it. I've been running this really good, and it gets you in real fast. If you're doing it with the prop trading, just remember, with the rhythmic, the issue with the Ninja Trader not placing stops, you need to place a manual stop when you get the entry. So let it take the entry for you. Place a stop or place a very tight one tick start of a trailing stop. So it has to go up one tick. Hopefully it gets one tick and then it'll start the trailing stop. It does work that way. But don't let it run, like overnight. Because if it doesn't get that tick, meaning the market drops and you get a trigger and it keeps on dropping, there's no stop there. And again, even though this is a sim account, you don't want to use that on any live account. But that is something. And so when we talk about identifying, waiting for these signals to come in, they get you in fast and they explode kind of real fast. And this is how if you're in a downward trend and the price is underneath the 20 and you get this explosion up, most likely you're going to run into all this resistance. And how do you time that? Use your on your 1000 volume chart, use your 9/3 stochastic. Once it gets over 80, it's typically, that's what comes right back down. Every time it goes up to 80, I've been kind of measuring this out the last few I would say the last couple of weeks. Even though I see some other things here, I'm waiting for that. Again, you can see pretty fast move. It gets you in here pretty early. It goes up to 93. It doesn't go up that much. I mean, it goes up about 1.5 points, maybe 1.25 points. I had probably 1.5 points for a target, and it didn't get there by a tick. So what do? Well, if that 9.3 gets up there at 80, and this is underneath the 50 and 20, and this is kind of down under 50, most likely the trend is going to continue. So you take it off no matter what. I don't care if you're up 1 point, 2 points, or 0.5 point. You'll probably be up something. Another nice one, but it didn't achieve its first target, pulled back, but you could see overall it was a good spot. See, that's all determined on your parameters. If you're in a downward trending market, you're not going to look for a lot of move. You're going to get a move. Usually probably, if I change my parameters to 1 point, you'll probably see them all being taken. But then you'll miss out on, the bigger moves, the big explosive moves. But this is what we see. You see, even if we zoom out here, the likelihood, and again, this is why it's, likelihood of this being at a significant move is much better. When we do get those bigger pullbacks, we tend to get, look at that big, nice pullback and that nice move back up. I mean, it's really, here, not so much of a big pullback, but we did get a nice move up. And you can see, just based on volume, it took a while for another setup here, but again, an explosive move up, little pullback. So I do recommend letting it get you in the trade, but make sure you place that manual stop. And if there's any updates on it, I have it running right now, actually. I have it running right now. The ES will have an MES trade on, I believe, right now, too. Just messing around overnight. Here it is. There's nothing going on. That's a 1000 volume. Let's see what it looked like on the MES. MES has been sometimes giving me different signals. It can't get more perfect than that. Even though it does say stopped out, it really, if you put your stop underneath that low, you wouldn't have been stopped out. Now, you always want to give this thing the benefit of the doubt. I mean, it's such a good pullback. The algorithms go crazy around these levels, and sometimes they reach down and grab it. But give it some room, as you can see. As you can see how these things do work out. Especially if we're in an uptrend, which we weren't. Look at this, almost calling the bottom of that pullback. That was a little early, but very close. little chop here. Remember this. This was in the middle of the night, though. Well, that's it. I just wanted to show you the progress on that. That's working good. That comes with all membership, so another good reason to become a member if you're not. DayTradingRadio.com. And you need the for that to run on your machines. You need the NinjaTrader license that you purchase. You can't use the license that like a prop account gives you. One last thing. Normally I've been trading on the DTR2 channel, but I'd rather just do it on the main screen so people see what we're doing, because I don't think everyone sees the trading on the lower left-hand screen. So, but so many people like the chart here. So it's, you know, they like my Medved chart. They love the stochastics, how it lines up. We're able to read it really clearly. I want to put two charts up here. I think tomorrow we're going to have two up here. One that I'm trading, and one that we'll use this for signals. So look forward to that, and I won't do that on the DTR2, at least maybe not tomorrow. I want to showcase this, because if we look at if I go back here and take a look at these setups, and I kind of like this chart. I like this chart a lot. I thought I could read this really well. I don't know why some people prefer the other chart. If you prefer the other chart, let me know why. What can I do to make this chart like that chart? What's it missing? Because it'd be kill two birds with one stone. Trade on it and then show it. But what we're going to be looking for is, and again, this is on the 1000 volume chart. You know what that means? That means that these divergences are going to work out good too. So we had a slight divergence here. This was at 214. We got to watch for these. This slight divergence. Anything like this in a pullback is really typically really good. And you can see there was a double bottom here, and there was a divergence on that double bottom. But right now I'm just looking for divergences, and I'm also looking for the sell side divergence too, which there was a slight divergence here in 14.3. 60.10, I should get to 44 up there too. See, nothing there. The pullback here was a quad rotation right here. All 3, 4 stochastics under 20, and that was a divergence apparently. It was a good liftoff area. I was almost going to call this as a divergence up here. I think you could. Lower high, higher low. High, high, lower high. Put in a nice pullback. Almost a double bottom here, relative double bottom. The higher low on the stochastics. That's it. I mean, that's what we're looking for. I don't want to bore you, but that's what we're looking for. Quad rotations, low setups like that. So we're going to be doing that live tomorrow. All right. Really focus on the real tight moves, and let's take them and swing for the fences. We'll see if there's a downside tomorrow. I'm not throwing that out there yet. What I think could be, but we'll just take it, and we'll take these setups. That's the important thing. This on the 1000 volume and on the 5-minute chart too. Thanks everybody. Thanks for helping out the site. Again, the Patreon. Everything will be in the link. Don't forget today is the last. I think it was 12 midnight for the 90% coupons. The DTR best for Bullinox, that's DTR Best. And for the Apex, it's DTR Apex. They both have the 90% off coupon good until tonight. So tomorrow we'll be busy with this. So if you want to join and just trade along, that's a good time to do it. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing it on the live screen. So follow along. You won't lose. You won't lose. I was very light today. I trade 1 to 2 contracts on the MES. I was up a little over $200. I didn't do much. But I think my success rate was really good. I always said if that was just 1 or 2 ESs, you always add a 0 to it to see what it would have been. So it would have been $2,000. But I didn't. I just was very, very good on taking profits on every pop. I think that helped a lot. So we're going to do that again tomorrow. So if you want to watch that, tune into DayTradingRadio.com from 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning to about 4 in the afternoon. All right. Have a good one, everyone. DJ Johnny Silver, DayTraderRockStar, signing off.